Welcome to Hollywood Actions. In this video, we are going to uncover the strange, tragic, and awe-inspiring stories of actors from the golden age of Hollywood, who lived with physical deformities or disabilities, some hidden from the public eye, and others courageously embraced in their art. These legends broke barriers, redefined beauty standards, and proved that even in the glamour-obsessed world of old Hollywood, talent, charisma, and resilience shine far brighter than appearances. Now let's dive in. 1. Lionel Barrymore. Lionel Barrymore, a member of the famed Barrymore acting dynasty, is most widely recognized for his unforgettable role as Mr. Potter in It's a Wonderful Life 1946. What many don't know is that by the early 1930s, Barrymore was confined to a wheelchair due to crippling arthritis and hip injuries sustained in accidents. Despite this limitation, Barrymore didn't slow down. MGM rewrote scripts and designed sets to accommodate his mobility. His powerful voice, sharp expressions, and gravitas meant he could still dominate every scene he appeared in. From Dr. Gillespie in The Doctor, Kildare series to countless patriarch roles. 2. Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney stood just 5 feet 2 inches, a height that severely limited his casting options. In an industry obsessed with tall, suave leading men, Rooney was often cast as the boy next door, or comical sidekick. But instead of letting his height define him, he used it to his advantage, especially in the Andy Hardy series. Rooney's animated expressions, unmatched comedic timing, and emotional range allowed him to transcend his physical appearance. He tackled roles in every genre, from musicals and romantic dramas to gritty character parts later in life. 3. John Garfield. John Garfield, a brooding screen icon of the 1940s, lived with a lifelong heart condition resulting from a childhood illness. Though he often played physically strong or street-smart rebels in films like Body and Soul 1947, or They Made Me a Criminal 1939. Garfield's rising stardom was cut short when he died of a heart attack at just 39. Yet his passionate performances and working-class realism helped pave the way for later method actors. His battle with a hidden illness reminds us that even those who burn the brightest may be struggling quietly. 4. Peter Lorre. Peter Lorre's unsettling appearance, bulging eyes, hunched posture, and high-pitched voice made him instantly recognizable and unforgettable. Born in Austria-Hungary, Lorre's looks often led to him being cast as creepy villains, like in M. 1931, The Maltese Falcon 1941, and Casablanca 1942. Behind the scenes, he struggled with glandular problems and addiction, but he used his odd features to carve out a niche as the ultimate sinister character actor. His disability wasn't just physical, it became the essence of his roles. 5. Raymond Burr. Raymond Burr, famous as Perry Mason, suffered from chronic leg and back problems, especially later in life. Reports suggest he relied on a wheelchair or cane during many shoots, though the public rarely saw his pain. He was also secretly gay during a time when it was career suicide to be openly queer in Hollywood. Between physical disability and emotional repression, Burr carried a hidden burden for much of his life, yet he delivered legendary performances with poise and power. 6. Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift was the epitome of post-war Hollywood beauty until a 1956 car crash left his face partially paralyzed and reconstructed. The difference was so stark that Hollywood dubbed Raintree County, 1957, the longest suicide in Hollywood history. Clift, who had struggled with inner demons and his closeted sexuality, continued acting in the face of his visible injuries. His performances after the accident, particularly in Judgment at Nuremberg, 1961, were haunting and layered. He remains a symbol of resilience, beauty, and brokenness in Golden Age cinema. 7. Barbara Stanwyck. Though primarily known for her tough, sultry presence, Barbara Stanwyck suffered chronic back pain due to a serious fall during a stunt in the 1940s. Her injury was hidden from the public, but it caused years of discomfort that affected her movements and stamina. Despite this, she never let the pain stop her from turning out powerhouse performances in Double Indemnity, 1944, and Sorry, Wrong Number, 1948. Her physical endurance matched her emotional strength on screen. 8. Chico Marx. One of the hilarious Marx brothers, Chico Marx's left index finger was permanently crooked, possibly due to a childhood injury or congenital deformity. Yet he became one of Hollywood's most beloved piano-playing comics, often using that finger for exaggerated comedic effect. His unique playing style became a trademark. Chico's condition, rather than being hidden, was embraced and celebrated, adding to his charm. 9. Zasu Pitts. Zasu Pitts was known for her comedic genius and fluttery, eccentric characters. In real life, she suffered from nervous tics and anxiety, which she translated into her performances. While not a traditional physical disability, her involuntary movements and speech patterns stood out in an industry obsessed with composure. Pitts carved her own lane in comedy by being exactly who she was. 10. Paul Muni. Paul Muni, star of The Life of Emile Zola, 1937, had partial vision in one eye and relied heavily on thick makeup and prosthetics to create his transformative performances. He was known for immersing himself so deeply into roles that he would alter his posture and voice completely. His visual impairment didn't hinder his performance, it arguably made him more dedicated to character embodiment through every other sense. 11. Marie Dressler. Marie Dressler, Oscar winner for Min and Bill, 1930, was far from Hollywood's beauty ideals. Overweight, older, and unconventional looking, she became a box office queen due to her dramatic and comedic brilliance. She also suffered from various chronic illnesses, including arthritis, but fought through them to dominate screens in her 60s, long after most actresses were forced into retirement. 12. James Dean. James Dean is a cultural icon, but few know that he suffered from severe nearsightedness, for which he wore thick glasses off camera. He also had a slight limp from childhood leg injuries and ongoing emotional instability rooted in his mother's death. Dean's physical and emotional struggles were channeled into method acting.